Hello everyone, it's me, Vaci, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys some Japanese. In this first video, I want to start off with the basics, only so that everyone can understand the basics. What I mean by the basics is I'm going to be teaching you some simple words. In later lessons, I will definitely be going into particles and whatnot, but let's start off with the easy stuff today. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, pleased to meet you, excuse me, and goodbye or see you again. Now those words are Ohayo gozaimasu, which means good morning, Konnichiwa, which means good afternoon, Konbanwa, which means good evening, Oyasumi nasai or Oyasumi, which means good night, Hajimemashite, which means pleased to meet you, Chotto sumimasen ga, which means excuse me, and sayonara, which means goodbye, or jane, which means see you soon, or matane, which means see you again. Now, to go into explanation. Ohayo gozaimasu means good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo, as you guys know, means good morning. The gozaimasu is one of those extra polite words that the Japanese put in, because Japanese is a language that's built off of a lot of levels of respect. If you're someone who's older, when talking to younger children, you can just say Ohayo with them. They're children. You don't have to use the gozaimasu for extra respect. You can also use just Ohayo when talking to your fellow associates, classmates, peers, pretty much people within your social standing. You would use Ohayo gozaimasu with maybe your parents if you want to, respected elders, people above your social standing, pretty much your senpai, your upperclassmen. I would use Ohayo gozaimasu with a lot of people. Like, I would use Ohayo gozaimasu with Nick, Ohayo gozaimasu with Sarah, Ohayo gozaimasu with one of my teachers. However, I would just use Ohayo with Joyce, Ohayo with Alexandra, for example. Good afternoon, as I said, is konnichiwa. I really don't think that word needs a lot of explaining because a lot of people learned konnichiwa as a little kid, but I'll say it again. Konnichiwa, konnichiwa. Konbanwa means good evening. I feel like a lot of people actually don't know konbanwa. Like, I never see it used in anime, so a lot of people actually didn't know about it. But yeah, konbanwa means good evening. Now, onto oyasumi nasai or oyasumi, both which mean good night. Honestly, both words are interchangeable. It's not like Ohayo gozaimasu where you have to worry about the whole upperclassmen, society, etc. rules. I would use oyasumi to say just good night to someone who's about to go to sleep or something. And oyasumi nasai is kind of like a more formal good night. Hajimemashite, which means pleased to meet you. You use that when you've met someone for the first time, because obviously. So I'll say it again, well, twice. Hajimemashite, hajimemashite. Chotto sumimasen ga means excuse me. That chotto is a word that kind of can get someone's attention. Sumimasen has two meanings. It means excuse me, and it can also mean sorry. But in the sentence chotto sumimasen ga, it would pretty much mean excuse me, like to get someone's attention. It's like excuse me, but I have a question, something along those lines. And ga, that is a particle, but I'll go into that on a later lesson. So the phrase is Chotto sumimasen ga, which means excuse me. Last but not least, there's like 3 ways to say goodbye. Sayonara, which a lot of people know already, jane, and matane. Sayonara is actually a formal goodbye, as simple and cool as it sounds. When you say sayonara to someone, it typically means you're not going to see them again for a while, or you don't think you'll see them again for a while. Jane is like, goodbye, see you tomorrow. It's like a pretty easygoing goodbye because you know you're going to see the person again. And matane means see you again. Matane, jane, and sayonara. So, once again, Ohayo gozaimasu is good morning. Gozaimasu you use formally. Konnichiwa is good afternoon. Konbanwa is good evening. Oyasumi or oyasumi nasai are good night. Oyasumi nasai is more of a formal good night, and oyasumi is more casual. Hajimemashite is pleased to meet you. Chotto sumimasen ga is excuse me. And sayonara, soretomo jane, soretomo matane, all of those mean goodbye. So I hope that you guys were able to learn something or learn something new. I will probably do these videos in between my ANTMs. Like, see how I'm editing photos right now? I can make the videos. If you guys have any questions about the video, please send it to me in a private message or comment. If you guys have something in particular you want to learn in the next video, send me a private message and I'll consider whether or not I'll include it in the next video. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you guys were able to learn something new. Sayonara! Oh, sorry.